To 9 News Watch, we're tracking some strong severe thunderstorms moving their way into parts of the Front Range. That includes a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. It's just been issued for the Boulder area. It looks like we could be talking about some pretty significant hail up that way. So break in here to give you a little closer look at some of those strong storms, including the severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued for the Boulder area. That does include Boulder County as well as northern parts, the far northern fringe of Jeffco as well, Jefferson County. And that is going to be until 2:45, so that would be for the next half hour or so. This does include the city of Boulder, and folks, we got a very, very strong-looking storm right in there. I'm going to kind of zip on in on it and stop things for you so you can get a better look at this storm, which is, again, a very, very strong one here, right in the heart of the city of Boulder. And right in there, you can just notice at the end of that loop, just on the north side of Boulder, that we do have some of those little blue shadings. That means that we're going to be seeing likely at least quarter-sized hail moving its way into downtown Boulder, if not a bit larger than that. Wouldn't be surprised, based on the way that this storm is headed, that we could be talking about maybe even some ping pong ball sized hail, maybe even some golf ball sized hail moving its way into Boulder. If you're watching us just ahead of there, and you can safely do so, get the car in the garage right now. This is going to be one of those situations where we could be talking about, again, some of that damaging hail moving its way into places like Lafayette on south through Louisville. You head down 36 a little bit, Broomfield, Lafayette, again on up by Erie, Longmont. These are the areas that you need to be getting the car in the garage right now, because this is one of those storms that has that combination of large hail. And also, we could be seeing some pretty strong winds. And anytime we get those winds 50 miles an hour or above, like it's possible with this storm, you can kind of get that sideways motion to that hail, and it kind of drives it and makes it a bit more damaging. So again, the hail is certainly large enough to cause some damage, but also we've got some of those damaging winds that could also, again, accelerate the path of that hail and extenuate some of that damage. So if you're joining us from Boulder, again, you're seeing the hail right now, and you head just a little bit north and east of Boulder, and that's where that storm is likely headed. By the way, that storm does appear to be strengthening. Denver downtown right now on the calm side, but you head just south and west, we do have a little thunder shower that's starting to develop, and then you head a little further south of there, and we do have some stronger storms trying to develop out in western parts of Elbert County. Those have kind of fizzled on out for the moment, but along the Palmer Divide, we'll have to watch for some of those stronger storms over the next little while. Kind of want to take you a little further north as well. I do have a flash flood warning that's up for parts of the Cameron Peak Scar area. Did have a slow-moving storm just west of Horsetooth Reservoir, and again, just south of Highway 14 there in northwestern parts of Larimer County. And that is an area where we've been seeing some of that very heavy rainfall, but also what's been kind of part of this is we've seen these very slow-moving cells just sitting over this. And anytime you have these burn scar areas, you probably know this, but just in case you're unfamiliar with burn scars and why they're so flood prone, there's no vegetation, no soil sediment to really absorb that moisture that comes on down. So anytime you do get some of that very large hail, or I should say some of that heavy rainfall, and it falls on basically that bare ground, there's nothing to really absorb it. Think about taking a bucket of water and pouring it onto a tile floor. That's kind of the analogy there when we got those burn scar areas where we have just basically nothing to absorb. All that water just spreads out and it floods. So that's why the Cameron Peak Scar area, slow-moving downpour right over there. That is of extra concern for you. Downtown Fort Collins got a sub-severe storm headed your way. Looks like maybe the heart of it just a little south of you. That would be out by Loveland, and again, southern and central parts of Larimer County. Going to get a cell. Northern Weld County, we've had this little line of cells moving its way from kind of west to east, parallel to I-76, now moving its way onto I-76, out by Holyoke, Sterling, seeing some of those storms as well. And then off to our south here, just going to take a quick look out by Pueblo and Colorado Springs. We do have some slow-moving storms in southern El Paso County and northern Pueblo County as well. And also, it looks like Teller County getting a bit of a storm at this moment, at this point. And by the way, new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for far eastern Colorado. That would go from about Washington County on east through Yuma, Kit Carson, as well as down through Baca County is there, Prowers County included as well. And that goes till 9 p.m. tonight. That eastern area out into the far eastern plains, that's where we're going to have the highest potential for some of that large hail, which could be, of course, of concern for many of us out there in the eastern plains. But for now, the heightened concern is going to be into the downtown Denver area, I should say downtown Boulder area, just the north of downtown Denver, and we could be seeing some of those strong storms moving the way into northern Jefferson County in the next few minutes, as well as into southwestern parts of maybe Adams County. This would be the area to watch for here in the next few minutes as the storm moves from southwest from northwest to southeast. And again, this is the cell right there in Boulder that's going to be of heightened concern. So you can see that storm just kind of moving from northwest to southeast as it does so, moving smack dab through the middle of Boulder right now, right on Pearl Street, getting some of that large hail. And just taking a look at that latest warning that's just come on in, it looks like we could be seeing those storms producing as much as ping pong ball sized hail. In fact, seeing some reports now of what appears to be at least quarter sized hail there in downtown Boulder, and that could be headed towards the Longmont area in the next few minutes. And just taking a look at some of the wording here from the National Weather Service, the warning right now, which again, this is for Boulder County as well as into northern Jeffco, into northern Jefferson County. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for quarter-sized hail. The wind gusts are expected to be about 50 miles an hour with this. Wouldn't be surprised to see if we a little larger than quarter-sized hail, just based on the fact that the storm, it appears to be strengthening, kind of expanding as it moves through the Boulder area and as it moves its way off to the east. So again, areas just to the east, if you're in the path of the storm and you have that quick snap moment, get outside, sprint that, get that car inside, and under a carport, under a garage if you have access to one. And of course, remember, if you hear that thunder as well, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. So when thunder roars, head indoors. Obviously, you do not want to be hiking or being, you don't want to be outdoors in this for any prolonged period of time. So that is the situation for us in the Boulder area. Current temperatures right now, I kind of want to pull these up for you because we have seen some noted cooling within some of this, these parts of the area. But notice Denver, 80 degrees right now. It's warm enough now to potentially support some more of these stronger storms. And then you head east of Denver. We're into the 80s, mid to upper 70s to low 80s for us in the southeastern plains. Lamar, Springfield, mid to upper 80s. That's where you have the warmest temperatures and therefore the most energy to produce some of these strong severe thunderstorms. So that's going to be the area to watch for. Tomorrow we'll get rid of that overall severe weather risk, but we do have those shower storms that will continue through tonight, and then we'll do it all over again tomorrow. But tomorrow, as I mentioned, that severe weather risk is going to be notably lower. Probably same for us in the Sunday as well. It's just going to be too cool as we get into Saturday and Sunday to really support that higher end severe weather. But for now, obviously dealing with the higher potential for some of those strong severe storms, kind of want to take you to this look from the Four Seasons, looking off to the west there, and you can see kind of at the very kind of far right of the screen there, you can see some of those dark clouds, and that is an association with our hail maker out in Boulder and northern Jeffco, where we do have that warning that goes for the next the next 18 minutes until 2:45 Mountain Time. So there's one more look here at the broad view in terms of what we're seeing right now. And we again do have those strong storms, and one more closer look in at those storms. And again, Boulder area, now is the time to get that car inside the carport or the garage. And of course, you want to be indoors and away from the lightning and the possible quick downpours we're going to be seeing in some of these areas. Wouldn't be surprised in Boulder if we did see some ponding of the roadways. We'll check back in with you later on, but for now, that'll do it. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi here in the 9 News Weather Center.